I was just about to start my reading journal, but I figured you're probably not going to be able to read my messy handwriting, so I'm just going to quickly do a chat, just summarizing these books that I have read over the past few weeks. My reading has been really slow lately because, Riku has been injured, and that's kind of taken up a lot of my time and kind of got into a bit of a reading slump, but anyway, I'll get into these now. So I'm going to start with A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reid. This is the follow-up to A Study of Drowning, and this is the ARC that Penguin sent me, which I've shown. I believe it just came out last week. Edition that I got, the ARC is really, really cool. I love how it's white, and amazingly, I didn't get it dirty, so I'm very impressed with myself. I really love A Study in Drowning. This came out a few years ago. It's actually one of my favorite dark academia books. So I was very lucky that Penguin also sent me A Study in Drowning when it came out, and it came with this really cool notebook of Angarad, and it's got this quote on the back, which I love. A Study in Drowning was a 5-star read for me. I actually read it again really quickly before I started A Theory of Dreaming, and it just solidified how much I love this book. I was very excited to start A Theory of Dreaming. I have just finished this one, and I think this is a really solid follow-up. I really enjoyed reading it. It's got even more of a dark academia feel. Characters are now back at their university, and there's even more mysteries coming out. I would say there is a little bit more fantasy probably, which I didn't mind because it's all kind of tied in, and it really flowed well together. I'd say that I didn't enjoy this as much as A Study in Drowning. However, that's to be expected. That always happens to me with sequels or series. It's always, the first couple of books or the first one that I will love the most. If you are looking for a dark academia book with a bit of fantasy and a little bit of romance in it, I highly recommend these books. They're great. I would read these again for sure. The other book I showed in my last video, if you watched it, that I was reading and have now finished is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This book disappointed me, unfortunately. I went in with really high expectations because there are people that I'm following on social media who read it and really praised it. So I was kind of expecting that I would love it as well, but unfortunately I didn't. I really struggled, and this took me quite a few weeks to finish, which is unlike me. I think this book was just far too long, and it dragged on a lot, in my opinion. I think if it was shorter, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. I did like the ending. I quite liked the characters. There's just something about it that just didn't hook me in, and I guess it's because I read a lot of vampire books, so I have pretty high standards, I suppose. Having said that, the vampire lore in this was good, which is something that's really important to me, and the way that the vampires function in society, that was cool. There were some kind of shocking moments that I really liked, so I ended up giving this one a 3 out of 5. And the last book I'll talk about, which I had started rereading in my previous video and annotating, is Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. Again, it's one of the books that I like to read every year because it's one of my favorite books ever. I have not made much progress on this though. I would say that's because I've been pretty stressed the past 2 weeks and in a bit of a reading slump. And this is obviously, it's a heavy book, like all of Dostoevsky's books are. Very philosophical. I mean, we're dealing with crime and punishment here, and I just struggled to pick it up in my frame of mind, I suppose, and I want to keep going with my annotations, so hopefully now that things are normal, I'll be able to dive back into this amazing book. For things coming up in my Patreon book club for August, we will be reading Dracul by Dacre Stoker and J.D. Barker together. This is a book I have talked about a lot, I've posted about a lot over the years because it's in my favorite books about Dracula. It's a great read. It's a prequel to Dracula, but it has Bram Stoker in it, so it's really interesting. This will be a reread for me, obviously, but it's a book that I really love, so I'm really excited to read it together with everyone. So we'll be starting this one pretty soon.